I'm gonna rest. I never switch. Ice in the wrist. I get the money, but I never switch. They saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit. I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out, cuz I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist.
I was legit ever since I blew. They all on my hey back then didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. Say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my fit. Ex slick then hit with the back then used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the VIP. Suck turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Crush.
Okay, Coach, they indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you look inside of New Era Field in Orchard Park. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was it.
Big numbers, 100 in a bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad ain't pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100 in a bag, that's a big.
All right, Coach, from the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Down, 30 base.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. Kill.
Get it.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work. To do to prepare for him and their offense.
No gain on the play. Brings up second.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Tighten up, tighten up.
2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. There he goes, right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf. 80 weapons.
I got you. I got you. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Kill, kill, kill. Turn.
Hey, Delta.
Kill, kill, turn up.
Let's go.
On first down, Locke. Catch made by Slayton. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. It's a gain of 34. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. First down, a run with Cohen. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Ready. 18 gamer. Rock.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Early in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Check 99. Check 99.
Go out.
Switch.
Shoot.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's to his running back, complete. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. He goes full extension, and he's got it. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
218, chop. Hey, let go.
Block now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Milano, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack on 1st down, Locke got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
Hey, box truck.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Got a man, Slayton. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Check three.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. These two teams all tied after 1. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Locke. Flush to his right. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Pilot, 64, reach. Hey, wahoo!
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And that is incomplete. On now the Miami field goal unit. From the right hash. This from 45 yards away. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So kind of a tough break there. No real hook or slice to that one, but he's denied by the upright.
And he basically hits it just straight as an arrow. But yeah, since he's on the hash mark to begin with, straight as an arrow isn't good enough.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brian Burns, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Yep. Hey, Charlie.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
2nd and 11. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Earl Thomas in on the stop. 2nd and 5 now. Locke, he's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. From the gun on 3rd down. Locke. That's complete to Slayton. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Draw play, Cohen. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tariq Cohen. His 21st touchdown of the season, and the Dolphins have taken the lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Hey, dude, snap.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll get this into the hands of Breida.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no
yardage. Okay.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
Down.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
7.
To throw on 3rd down. Block. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley. Picked off by Kenny Moore. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
He's checking.
Hey, Delta. Hard.
36.
5.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Steps away. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Let's go now.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hey, seam 6. Yes.
Watch the run. Mike, 55. Check.
Go.
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On 2nd and very short. Lock. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Exit.
From midfield, here's Locke. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So second and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Hey, let go.
To throw it is Locke. This one caught by Ridley. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the draw, this is Cohen. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, box drop. Get it.
Shotgun snap to Locke. This is caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line.
The Bills have our 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Hey, Mike, go.
Throwing now is Locke. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 34-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
At the 30-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, orbit. Bear. Ready?
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Ready up.
Mike 51. Check.
A give to Cohen. He heads right. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tariq Cohen. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
On the ready.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the pass. Mike 55.
Now.
2nd and 9 now. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Mike 55.
Go. Be quick.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Hey, wahoo! Get it.
They'll try and throw for it here. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run. This is Cohen. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd and 12, Locke. Catch made by Slayton. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Locke taking the snap at 1. And he fires one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a give coming right is Breida. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
61, matchbox, light.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Mike 56.
They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Nick Boyle. Incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
Hey, high 7. Now.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got Adams on the hookup. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
Now back to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. 2nd and 15. And the pressure gets to him again. Brian Burns make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Davante Adams hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
A good gain there on first down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Again, it's Cohen. And some room to work. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Heartline.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
Zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. 97 yards as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On third down, a run with Cohen. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. On first down, here's Breida. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. They run again with Breida. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Bravo! Any weapons? Squeeze!
Watch the safety crease! Take four!
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Get up!
Hard!
Safety's creeping!
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Mark 55! You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get
Go! Leo!
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Rush in. Check 24.
Gone.
10.
He's back to throw. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1. It's tempting to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. First throw of overtime for Locke. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down. It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. That one goes for 24 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On first down, Cohen. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now the Bills will take another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. On second down, it's Cohen. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Miami, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Sample, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Good shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not